This is the DB podcast. This is the Dark Podcast. When you gaze into the abyss gazes back into you, and within the darkness, the light shines. Yeah. So Stranger Things. Read the subtitles, the screen and shit. Read everything. Okay. But so Stranger Things, the 11 Girl is basically an example of how they did experiments with the Gateway program, Stargate program. How the military does experiments on certain soldiers and tries to train them to astral project, as well as use them to lucid dream, so that way that they can do undercover, secret, so-called operations, and basically accomplish and succeed in their agendas to destabilize government GOV operations, not their GOV operations, but others and their GOV operations, because they're doing domestic violence and they're doing overseas, as they want you to believe. Yeah. That's the public information. This shit is not a secret. And then they use them to kind of not only manipulate others into joining their operation, but they'll use them to also, because you can basically, they're trying to kill people through the mind, through their minds, through using the mental realm to kind of like convince other spirits and even those who are souls who are unaware of, who haven't yet activated their a deeper state of mind, into just committing suicide. So what happens is they'll kill them in the astral realm or lucid dream, fuck their shit up, hijack and possess, siphon, drain them, which is why they're training so fucking hard. What the fuck are you training for? Nobody's trying to go to war with you physically. Oh, because you can use your physical abilities in the spiritual realm. Oh, okay. And they'll swear up and down they don't believe in fucking in spirituality, but they'll just call it something else, like mentalism or psychometry or whatever the fuck they want to call it, or psych abilities. It's the same fucking shit. It's just a scientific breakdown of it, and they barely understand true science, so they just give it whatever stupid name that we created for them to understand, and now they're just acting like it's different. It's still mystical. It's still mysticism in of itself. That's what mentalism is. The spiritual aspect of the mind. Mentalism is just a scientific explanation of spiritual shit of the mind, basically. That's what mentalism. That's where you get the mental health shit from. That's like the white magic shit. They don't even fucking use that anymore. They used that back in the 30s and 20s. Like, everybody's fucking disabled. You're fucking crazy. You're going to the psych ward. Now they're like, they don't even try that shit anymore. They don't give a fuck if you want a therapist. Your therapist will call them up real quick. Yeah, they'll let them know that you're fucking like insane or shit. They'll tell them that you're insane because your brain waves are being activated. Your heart is activated. Your gut is activated. So your intuition is so strong that they literally, in the presence of a truly activated mortal spirit, and even an immortal spirit, it's like, so, or even in immortal spirits, they're like fucking terrified. So they're like, because they feel like they're in the presence of something that is inhuman, atypical. Okay, so they'll swoop in, and they'll hire mercenaries and kidnappers and shit, and yeah, they run the mafia. They run the mob. I mean, the fake mob, actually. They're not the real mob. They run the cartel. The mafia runs the cartel. So boom, see how that works. And then the cartel comes around, and they'll basically have them run the operations for them, and that's how they get the kids. And the mafia might enlist or like fucking have one of these wannabe grown-ups. They'll get them hired and shit, And then it's not hard because they don't even realize that they're vulnerable, because they'll go around telling everyone they're autistic, they have ADHD, dyslexia, dyscalculia, stuff like that. That lets them know that your mind is in a deeper state of awareness, because the reason why you're physically not easily manipulated is because your spirit or spirits and your soul and your minds and your temple has activated a deeper state of awareness, which is why you don't see numbers correctly, which is why you don't know how to read properly, because the words are inverted, because everything in the other side, underground, as they put it in Stranger Things, the underworld is inverted. Everything in the fourth dimension is within the mind. Everything in the third dimension appears to be outside of it, but it is still part of the mind. The mind's realms and dimensions and worlds. See how that fucking works? They want you to think that it's weird, but that's actually how your brain is supposed to work. And because they know how your brain is because the fallen ones remember how your brain is supposed to work, they're like, get that motherfucker. And then they try to rationalize it. We're just trying to help you. If you just take these medications right here, that'll make you fucking psychotic and shit. We can just make sure that you're like not trying to use your powers. I mean, you're not trying to use your insanity to infect us. Obviously, it's your insanity, not your powers. Oh, you think you have superpowers? Do you do mushrooms? You're a fucking hippie or something? Well, you can come this way. We'll help you kind of tap into your chakras. Okay? Okay, come here. Yeah. Put him on fucking Adderall for like 20 man-made years. Like, he's not going anywhere. Don't worry. We're putting him in a concentration camp. That's how they fucking do it. And you think it's funny, but no, you might be like, that's not true. The ones that you don't remember are the ones that they took away. The ones that that were there once and now they're gone. They're gone. They're there. There are concentration camps where they keep them, and those concentration camps are called what? Government facilities. Yeah. Okay. So in those who are retired or like not in the military anymore, they know about these operations, because there are covens and cults and cabbalas and within the military as well. They're the ones who are usually responsible for these operations. If not, they have those who are not in those covens and those cabbalas. They're using them to run these operations within a different what they like to put it on the guides of organization. There's no such thing as an organization. To have an organization, wouldn't you have to have a community mindset? Since when do motherfuckers work together under the guise of we're trying to be cool with one another? We're working together because we're working for the same cause. These motherfuckers ain't working for shit. The paycheck is what they get, and they don't even get told why they're working on psychological experiments. They'll just tell these wannabe soldiers, well, we're just, experimenting, and this is all in theory. Just fucking do the work, okay? Just don't fucking ask any questions. If you're really good at computers, you can do coding and shit. You can code this machine here so we can fucking tap into the brainwaves of the mind and read gamma radiation, because we don't know how to fucking do that. But if you can figure it out using your higher IQ, which is psychic potential psychic abilities, which is just a theory, of course, as they would put it, or want civilians to believe, quote unquote, like there's no such thing as a civilian. Anyways, they'll have them in there trying to figure shit out and code motherfucking machines so that they can do what they fucking did to do what they did with 11 in Stranger Things. But it's like not the same thing, because they don't even have to really use machines anymore. They'll just use manipulation tactics, a couple of technical, so-called technology and artificial machines, artificial technology. Boom, that's it.